How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about SOS, EBON, and FTFT future FinTech. I will be talking about Hive on the weekend, but I want to talk about these three stocks because they've had offerings recently, and I'm getting a lot of questions about it. So before we get started, I want to let you guys know I want to build a Discord community for investors and swing traders who want to be profitable in the market. I will have the link in the description. The reason why I'm doing this, I'm getting a lot of questions, and a lot of these questions are the same. I'm also getting inquiries about, hey, do you do coaching? Do you do consulting? And I'm like, you know what? I think it would be better if we could build a community and help each other out, and we could also feed off of each other as well. Like I said, the goal of this channel is to help you to be profitable in the stock market. So if you get to see what I'm doing in real time and getting updates and getting suggestions to help you be a better trader and investor, then this group is for you. Like I said, the link is in the description. So what we're going to be doing today, I'm going to be going over the options that I actually bought for two of these stocks. We're also going to be doing the technical analysis so you're aware of the support and the resistance areas and what you need to look for in regards to price action. And then on top of that, we're going to be going over the details of the offerings for FTFT and also going over the details for the offering for EBON. And also with FTFT, they did some news that they announced yesterday as well, which I'm going to go through. So like I said, this is a value jam-packed video. If you guys don't know already, if you're new to this channel, all of my videos come with timestamps. So if there's certain sections you want to see, you know that option's available to you. So let's get right into it. All right, so we're going to be doing a technical analysis for SOS, which ended up being down 3.21% on the day, having highs of $5.25 and then having a low at $4.82. So what we can see clearly right here, we definitely have a resistance area here right at the $5.20 area. When we're able to get past this, then we can see those moves of $5.25. So just be aware and know there's some resistance here at 5.20. Okay, so as we move on further, another area of resistance that we've seen is definitely right here around the $5 mark. So we could see even going into the close, it was unable to actually get past $5, and it's been bouncing off support in regards to where we have it right here at $4.84, or we could just call that $4.85. So there's definitely some area of support there because it does a great job bouncing off of it. So in regards to next week, I'm looking forward to seeing some more bullish movement. As we could see, what's going down after hours, we're having a strong move up where SOS is at $4.91. So it's still above the 21-day EMA here at $4.89, and it's also looks like it's trying to bounce off the 50-day. So I will be definitely looking forward, especially come next week, that it starts catching right back to here where you can see the 100-day at $4.98 because it was in these particular areas. So that's why I have these type of hypothesis. So if we take a look at the 5-day 5-minute chart, now, we're going to be taking a look at what's been going on recently in the last trading days. So we know that the offering closes by the end of today. So by next week, we don't have to be thinking about it or worrying about it anymore. So we can see from previous days, right, especially when the offering was announced, we do have support here at the $4.80 level. That's why whenever it gets down there, these are buying opportunities. Today, what we saw were many buying opportunities. But we do know, as we see right now, we need to pass that area of resistance, like I was saying before, right at that $5.20 area. But I see once we get past 5, we can start making those moves very quickly. And like I said, take a look at this. So you see how we have this big gap here as of late, which was very, very recent because of the offering news. I'm definitely looking forward to see when we actually are able to get past $5.25 with a lot of momentum. We could definitely make a strong move and start coming back to this area of support right here at $5.60. So we're going to go down to the 3-month and 1-day chart. So if we take a look at the 3-month 1-day chart, as you can see here, This is an area of support, like we were saying before, at $4.80. It looks like it's holding up very, very well. So what I'm looking forward to next week is actually seeing it get past the $5 area, as you can see here on the 3-month. I just wanted to see how close it can get back to reclaiming down to this 50-day SMA. So once we're able to get to that area, then we can start looking forward to seeing a strong bounce onto $6. Depending on how Bitcoin performs over the long weekend, will definitely have an impact on how SOS goes as well. So please keep an eye on that as well. And yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing SOS get comfortable in that $5 range come next week. And if it does end up pulling back, just know we have an area of support here that's very strong at the $4.80 area. And if that area ends up breaking, then definitely look forward for areas in regards to around $4.50. Yes, I said $4.50. So be prepared if you are interested in this particular stock. Hope you guys found this helpful. All right, so we're going to be doing a technical analysis on EBON. So today it had a high of $7.30, and then it had a low of $6.70, and being down 11.57% on the day, with a high in the pre-market of $8.23. So we can see in the pre-market it was doing fairly well, as we can see from the high over here, and it definitely looked like it had some strong support going on here right at that $8 range. And then when the news was dropped in regards to having an offering, we ended up hitting this low of $6.60. But as you can see here, it held up pretty well at the support area of $6.80. So we ended up having like a bit of a pop in the first parts of trading hours. So we can see here right at 9:30, and we can see we got up to a high here at 7:25. Started consolidating a little bit in this area, and then having a brief pop getting here to 7:30. So one thing that we need to be aware of, we definitely have a clear area of resistance right here at $7.15. In regards to support, we could definitely see we have some support holding up right here at $6.90. And if we take a look right here as the day started progressing, it seems that we have some support over here at $7. If we take a look at what's going on in the after hours, it is now at $7.10. And what I'm actually looking for from EBON is for it to actually be able to finish above $7.05 going into next week. So if we take a look at the 5-day, 5-minute chart, so as you can see here, once that news dropped, this was a low that we haven't seen as of late at all. Even when we opened it up even further, the last time we got to this low, as you can see all the way over here, was back on March the 25th. So this was definitely an opportunity to buy. Even though the news came out, which I'll go into details with later on, this is still a great opportunity because as you can see, it bounced up very quickly back to that next support area that it has at $7. So as we take a look at the 3-month 1-day chart, with the news, we ended up breaking right through the 50-day, just almost bouncing right off of this 100-day, but we were able to stay above it by getting as low as you can see over here at the $6.70 area. So I'm definitely seeing EBON actually coming back and reclaiming to come back and bounce right off this 50-day here at $7.38. Will it be happening next week? I'll be looking forward to seeing that, especially because that's going to be around the time when the offering actually closes. And like I said, we are predicting more bullish behavior from Bitcoin as well. So once it can start getting above the 50-day, you can see here at $7.38, I'll be looking forward to bounce so it can catch back up to the 21-day EMA. So those are my thoughts in regards to the price action. And if it ends up pulling back any further, if you get that opportunity, just know 670 is a great area. As you can see, that's an area of support. And then also another area to keep an eye on as well, if it ends up getting there, is around $6.50. Hope you guys found this helpful. All right, so we're now on to streetinsider.com so we can get some more info on the offering from EBON that came out today on April the 1st. So EBAN International, EBON, prices follow on public offering of ordinary shares and warrants. EBAN International, a blockchain technology company in the global market today, announced its pricing of a best effort follow-on public offering of 14 million units at a purchase price of $6.10 per unit. Each unit consists of one Class A ordinary share and one warrant to purchase one half of one Class A ordinary share of the company. Each 2 warrants will have an exercise price of $6.59 per Class A ordinary share and will expire 5 years from issuance. On March 31st, 2021, the company entered into securities purchase agreements with institutional investors that have agreed to purchase an aggregate of 14 million units at the closing. The units, the warrants, and the ordinary shares underlying the units and the warrants have been registered pursuant to a registration statement declared effective by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission on March 31st, 2021. The company expects to close the offering on or around April 6, 2021, subject to customary closing conditions. On March 31st, 2021, we also entered into a placement agent agreement with Univest Securities, LLC, as a representative of the several placement agents identified therein, including Lake Street Capital Markets, LLC. The company expects to receive gross proceeds at the closing of $85.4 million, which does not include expenses associated with the offering. The company intends to use the net proceeds from the offering primarily for expansion of its cryptocurrency mining business, as well as establishment and operation of cryptocurrency mining farms, establishment and operations of cryptocurrency exchange platforms, and general corporate purposes, which may include working capital needs and other corporate uses. All right, so we're going to be doing a technical analysis for FTFT Future FinTech. So we can see that it was down negative 10.89% on the day, ended up seeing highs of $8.45 and then ended up seeing a low of $5.31. So one thing we could take a look at inside the pre-market, ended up gapping up yesterday, and again, that's to be expected, especially since Bitcoin has been looking very bullish, consolidating in the high 50 area. So one thing we want to take notice of, especially from 7:30 and on going into the open, we had some strong support here at $7.60. You can also see the support was also holding up fairly well before the news was actually dropped, as you can see right here around 10:55 a.m. Once the news was dropped in regards to the offering, we ended up having a strong sell-off. So the strong sell-off, as soon as when it got down at the end to $5.31. So this was definitely an opportunity to buy, and it's part of the reasons why I actually looked into actually getting an option done. So if we take a look at where this line of support actually really is, it's definitely here right at the $5.40 area, because like I said, when it got down to $5.31, it did not spend too much time in that area. Now, what we want to take a look at, what was going down in after hours. So as you can see in after hours here, we definitely look to be having some strong support here right at the $5.50 area. So I'll be very curious to see, with Bitcoin actually having a strong movement over this long weekend and so forth, where this price ends up. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it actually finish being on the upside going into next week. So what do I mean by that? I'm looking forward to seeing our pre-market gap up with some strong movement coming from Bitcoin. If we don't get that, well, we're definitely going to go back to testing this $5.31 support area, and that's where things are going to get very interesting. And if it breaks, you already know that's a big time opportunity. Let's take a look at the 5-day, 5-minute chart. So as we go further back, just to see what's been going down recently, the last time we seen a low like this was way back on March the 26th. So you know what? Not that long ago. And then we did show that it has some support here right at this 545 range. But if we do go back here all the way back to March 25th, we did test the area of $4.42. So just some things to be aware of and to keep in mind. And if we end up getting a bullish trend going into next week, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it make a strong move. Let me just open up the chart to show you guys quickly. I want to see it make a strong move and get past this particular area of $5.80. Once we get past $5.80, I can see a strong move going to $6. All right, so if we take a look at the 3-month, 1-day chart, we already know many stocks were going through a correction during this particular period, but now we're going to be taking a look at what's been going down most recently. So as you can see here, it did end up breaking the trend, but it almost came very close to touching the 100-day, but bounced off and then reclaimed back some momentum, and it's been on top of the 21-day EMA, doing fairly well. But, of course, the offering news dropped and it ended up breaking that trend. This is part of the reasons why I would love to see it looking bullish and getting into $6 next week. Once it gets back into that $6 range, then we can start seeing 6.5 and even close to 7. But again, this is definitely going to be decided on how well Bitcoin actually does. So always be aware of that, but I wanted to show you those areas of support, which I feel is very important. So we know we have some support here at this 550 area, and hey, if it ends up pulling back to $5, again, this is another area where we have some support, so that might be something to look into if the opportunity presents itself. And if it ends up getting close to where the 100-day is, as you can see right here at 450, definitely a great opportunity to add to your position or start out a new position as well. So we're now on Yahoo Finance, so we can get a clear picture of what the offering looks like for Future FinTech. So Future FinTech Group announces $35 million registered direct offering priced at the market under NASDAQ rules. So FTFT, a leading blockchain-based e-commerce company and a service provider for financial technology today, announced that it has entered into a definitive agreement with institutional investors for the purchase and sale of 5.7 million shares of its common stock at a price of $6.10 per share for gross proceeds of approximately $35 million and a registered direct offering price at the market under NASDAQ rules. The closing of the offering is expected to occur on or about April 6, 2021, subject to the satisfaction of customary closing conditions. AGP Alliance Global Partners is acting as the sole placement agent for the offering. The company intends to use the net proceeds from this offering for growth capital and general working capital purposes. All right, so we're now on investorplace.com, and then we're going to go over the article that came out yesterday. So why FTFT stock, the Bitcoin mining deal that has Future FinTech up today. So FTFT is buying a Bitcoin mining farm. Future FinTech stock is up on Thursday after announcing a deal with Bitcoin mining company Nanjing Rybinski Electronic Technology. The deal between these two companies sets up the framework for Future FinTech to acquire Nanjing Rybinski Electric Technology. This will have it paying $9.3 million to bring the Bitcoin mining company under its control. The agreement between the two companies includes safety nets for Future FinTech should the Bitcoin business not bring in as much net profits as expected. If net profit isn't $2.3 million in 2021, $3 million in 2022, and $3.8 million in 2023, the sellers of Nanjing Rybinski Electronic Technology will cover any shortfalls. Nanjing Rybinski Electronic Technology operates a Bitcoin mining farm with a total of 30,000 mining machines. The farm is located in Yaiyunjing County, Sichuan Province, China, and already has all the proper government approvals. It's also worth noting that the deal guarantees that the Bitcoin mining farm will continue normal operations for 6 to 8 years. Nanjing Rybinski Electronic Technology's current operations team will also remain in place after the deal closes. They will handle operating, maintaining, and updating the equipment. Shanchuan Huang, CEO of Future FinTech, says about the Bitcoin mining deal boosting FTFT stock up today. The Bitcoin mining farm that we have targeted for a potential acquisition not only enables us to deploy advanced Bitcoin mining machines, but to potentially generate profits due to the expected low energy costs of the target mining farm, since it uses local low cost of hydroelectricity to run their mining machines. FTFT stock is seeing heavy trading on today's news. As of this writing, more than 84 million shares of the stock have traded. For comparison, its daily average trading volume is 13.6 million shares. FTFT stock was up 2.3% as of Thursday morning. Future FinTech isn't the only company with an interest in Bitcoin mining. And also to go over as well, as you can see from the article, they did correct themselves because, like I said, they ended up doing an offering, and that's why we have the editor's note. At the time of writing this article, FTFT stock was up. However, it has since fallen and started dipping lower in morning trading. So for my final thoughts on Future FinTech FTFT, I love it. That's part of the reasons why I ended up buying an option in the 10K challenge portfolio. I love the fact that they did a direct offering at $6.10 because on Friday it was below that. So that's definitely a buying opportunity because like I said, it moves alongside with Bitcoin. Bitcoin gets into the 60s, we'll start seeing some strong price action from FTFT. Also, the investment in a Bitcoin mining farm is great to know as well and was part of the reasons why it had that spike where it got to the $8.40 area. Now for EBON. EBON ended up doing a public offering. Of course, it does not sound as good as a direct offering, but at the same time, I do not see this having a big time negative impact on EBON. So for anyone who is in that particular play for EBON, you are not in a bad situation. In regards to SOS, they ended up closing their offering on April the 1st. So come sometime next week, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some upward movements in price action, especially with the momentum that we get to see from Bitcoin. If we don't get that momentum, then again, it's going to be reflected in all three of these stocks. Also for SOS, I have an option in 2 of the accounts for the 5K and 10K challenge. So that just tells you right there, I'm putting my money where my mouth is and I'm keeping this realistic for anyone who has a small account. And that's part of the reasons why I'm doing this challenge for you guys. So overall, in general, again, these companies are investing in their blockchain technology. These are companies that weren't in this particular space at all before, so they got to build things out. Mara, Riot, all of these companies have done offerings in the past as well. So that's why it's very important that you actually believe in the companies that you are investing in, whether you have a medium term or a long-term outlook. We already know this particular space is extremely volatile. So if you don't want to deal with those type of risk and volatility, you shouldn't be in these plays in the first place. So diamond hands will definitely win out in this one. And just for my overall thoughts, that's what it comes down to. Like I said, these companies are trying to build out, they're trying to expand, they're trying to make sure that they are competitive. So these things are definitely of no shock and no surprise to me. They're just pretty much just taking advantage of the situation. They've seen how bullish Bitcoin is actually looking and they're like, hey, let's raise some more cash so we can grow our business and actually be able to compete a lot better in the marketplace. Hope you guys found this video helpful. Oh, and before I forget, let me put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. We'll talk soon.